Parts of northern and southern California are dealing with growing wildfire danger this weekend. Hundreds of people were forced to flee from Sonoma and Lake counties. That's north of San Francisco. A fire there has destroyed dozens of homes and burned more than 25,000 acres of land. And with historic winds in the forecast, the state's largest utility company is considering another round of intentional power outages. It's an attempt to prevent more fires from starting in the northern half of the state. In Southern California, firefighters have contained about 10% of the tick fire. Janet Shamlian reports from Santa Clarita, about 35 miles north of L.A.
More than 4,000 acres consumed and at least 40,000 residents forced to leave their homes. The wind-driven tick fire is burning through canyons and neighborhoods in Santa Clarita.
You have to be physically ready. You have to have all your things ready to leave, this time of year.
Kevin Kinney watched his neighbor's house destroyed by flames.
So that missed you by 2 houses.
Yeah.
At least 6 homes have been consumed by the fire. 7 others have been damaged.
I'm overwhelmed, depressed.
David Chambers obeyed evacuation orders, returning to find an upstairs window shattered by an explosive water drop.
A huge blast. But again, it saved the house.
The worst is still ahead, forecasters say. Dire predictions for an historic wind event Sunday and Monday, with gusts up to 80 miles an hour in Northern California, where the larger scale Kincaid fire has placed entire counties under a thick veil of smoke.
We are preparing for what is likely going to be a widespread safety shutoff.
The state's largest utility, PG&E, warned it may cut electricity for a 3rd time in 3 weeks ahead of the worsening conditions, potentially leaving millions without power. The utility is investigating whether the fire was sparked by a transmission tower that had not been de-energized.
They simply did not do their job.
California Governor Gavin Newsom was critical of the company.
We should not have to be here. Years and years of greed. We will get out of this mess. We will hold them to an account that they have never been held in the past.
Back in Santa Clarita, some residents have made their way home.
I want to sleep. I want to be with my animals.
I believe they lifted the evacuation notice. Then, hopefully they'll open the roads pretty soon.
All right, for more on this, let's bring in Candace.
Anxious to still be at home. They're certainly not taking anything seriously, especially with this tick fire. We also saw with the Saddle Ridge fire as well. And so many people are just hoping for the best, but they are certainly ready to go at a moment's notice.
It's an experience known as the emergence that literally envelops its audience.
They're everywhere. There's so many of them. It's like
Bat biologists have estimated these night-flying creatures can save farmers billions of dollars in pest control.
The climate is changing in ways that even scientists do not fully understand. If you look at what is happening with the weather in various parts of the world, it certainly looks like its implications are very disturbing. These unprecedented weather events indicate that something yet unexplained is happening in our atmosphere and with our jet stream. The constant unpredictability of our weather patterns would suggest that the Earth's axis is shifting in such a way that we may soon encounter a magnetic pole shift, which scientists admit is a very real probability. But it appears that there is much more to this story than what is being told. There are indications that the Earth's crust is also slipping, with dramatic changes occurring to the ice shelf on the Antarctic continent. On January 22nd, a massive earthquake shook near New Guinea, with preliminary measurements of 8.4 by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, which were later downgraded by the USGS to 8.0. An earthquake of this intensity should warrant major media headlines. But like other recent events of this nature, very little significant information has been forthcoming from the major news outlets by those who control mainstream media. If someone proclaims that they saw something very strange in the sky, then it makes no sense to tell them there is nothing to see or that it doesn't exist. This is a tactical maneuver to keep the public from learning the truth. It's called the power of persuasion. So when you are told by skeptics that your image or your video is ludicrous or fabricated,
ساحة التحرير ما تفرغ إذا ما يتم التغيير. هاي الحكومة الفاسدة خلاص.
ما نريد حكومة انتقالية، نريد رئيس واحد يصير، دستور يغيره، نريد الدستور يتغير، كافي مذلة.
Just when fire crews thought the worst was over, a new inferno overnight 90 minutes northwest of Los Angeles. The Maria fire sparking a wall of flames above the city of Santa Paula, forcing 8,000 to flee their homes.
Well, it just started just a very small corner, then like within minutes it just expanded really quickly.
From a distance, a time-lapse capturing what looked like a blowtorch across the hillside. As wind fueled the flames, critical aerial assaults temporarily grounded due to unauthorized drones. The fire department tweeting, "If you fly, we can't." So far, the fire destroying 9,000 acres.
Not forgotten, the west, of course, tonight, yet another new fire exploding in size, breaking out overnight. This time, firefighters battling the fire in Ventura County, north of Los Angeles tonight. At least 2,300 buildings and homes threatened, thousands of families forced to evacuate there. Tonight, the battle from the air to save those homes, and ABC's Matt Gutman on the fire lines again tonight, and the forecast on those Santa Ana winds as we head into this weekend. He's in Santa Paula, California.
Tonight, the last gasp of that historic Santa Ana wind event sparking the fast-moving Maria fire. New evacuations underway, 8,000 residents already ordered to leave their homes.
Boy, a shift in the winds has really turned things towards the worst here.
DC-10s and Chinook helicopters among the aircraft leading this massive aerial assault.
So they're doing everything they can do on this northern edge of the fire to try and stop this from spreading.
On the ground, a race to get farm animals to safety. Dogs and humans scrambling out of the fire zone. The fire exploding in size overnight to more than 8,000 acres in less than 10 hours. Residents and firefighters banding together to fight the flames. That galloping fire incinerating Aaron Lewis's neighbor's home in an instant.
Between it was 300 yards away till fully engulfed in maybe 5 minutes.
Parts of Southern California under critical fire danger all week, as we saw at the Easy Fire.
Right now we're about to get dropped on. You can hear that plane coming through.
Energy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is loosed upon the world. The best lack all the blood-dimmed tide is